Good afternoon, Arcadia community. Happy Friday. Welcome to my bi-weekly Executive Principal newsletter and updates. We are hosting transition tours for Year 6 to Year 7 students who are heading into the start of their secondary school programme. They'll be commencing after half term from the 22nd onwards. If you haven't clicked on the link and are coming to have a look around the secondary campus and understand a little more about the learning programme, then please do connect with those through the email and through the newsletter. This week we completed the photographs with our photo provider Stuart Williamson. And there are a couple of catch-up days obviously in place for any students who's missed their class photos or individual photos due to close contact traces and any illnesses. Thank you very much to all the parent community for completing the NPS survey for this year. Astounding 220 responses to the survey, which covers pretty much 60% of our entire family community. And I'm delighted to say that despite the fact that last year was a record-breaking plus 71 on the NPS, now the satisfaction indicator has moved to plus 76, which is absolutely fantastic. Of course, there are also 220 items of feedback about the school that I will now be coordinating and putting together in a simple action plan report, which I'll publish to you all over the course of the next 2 weeks. A concern raised by members of our community for parking at the rear of the Arcadia High School with cars taking 2, 3 or 4 spaces themselves. Please do park between the coordinated lines that are at the back of the school for safety of yourselves and our community and pedestrians. Next week, the PE department have constructed a brilliant sports week. So we're having our sports day for all of the individual students from foundation stage to year 9. Of course, because of the Omicron variant, we're not going to have parents supporting those events, but rest assured all the children will receive certificates and medals for participation, which will be really great. Thank you for those parents in Year 2 and Year 3 who've completed our survey for those that are continuing in Arcadia next year, because both of those year groups are full. There are a small number of parents that haven't responded to that, and reminders have been sent out today. Please, if you could get that done, that's very helpful for us with our admissions team. We'll be doing the same exercise with Year 5, because Year 5 is approaching full as well, and we need to again make sure that any admissions to those year groups for September are able to access Arcadia if they can. Of course, the COVID numbers are reducing rapidly as they are across the city. They are also reducing rapidly in school. We still are, unfortunately, having to close a couple of classes and half classes, and there are, of course, our close contact traces that are still in play, but we are confident this is going to reduce down to virtually nothing before and around the half-term break. Please be reminded of the DHA protocols about symptoms. If your child is having symptoms, please do not send them to school. But also, it's actually not mandated that you have to test your children. If you treat the symptoms of cold, you can also return the children to school when they are symptom-free. So it's not mandatory to have a PCR test. And of course, we're noticing that most of the symptoms for the Omicron variant are very, very mild and don't impact on our students at all. Of course, if you have vulnerable adults in your community or vulnerable children, then of course, please do follow the DHA guidelines for testing protocols. Alongside that, a fantastic return to normal conditions this week, or pre-winter break conditions, with assemblies and PE lessons, swimming lessons, and activities for the students, which is really, really great to see. And we look forward to seeing you in and around the community over the coming weeks. Stay safe, have a great weekend.